Hey everybody, so today I wanted to do another chit chat with you guys. I really appreciated all the love and support that I got on the last one, and I was totally going to respond to comments and then it just completely got away from me. I'll explain that more here in a second, but I felt like one of the easiest ways to just talk to you guys again was to make another video. That's also just what I'm feeling today. I have a really bad headache, so I just wanted to kind of keep it low key, and I do have some updates for you guys and just felt like talking to you. So I'm sure this will be chatty and I'm sure it'll be long, so I would grab a snack or something or make yourself comfy while we talk this out. About the comment situation. So I was going to reply. I figured in a few days I'll have time, but for whatever reason, my comment section on all of my videos, like across the board, there's been so much more lately, even on like super old videos. So it was starting to get lost, and then it started to get overwhelming, and then I started ignoring it because it was making me anxious. So I decided I'm going to take a little bit different of approach when it comes to comments. If it's a repeat question that I've answered multiple times, or if it's something that's answered in the video itself, I'm typically not going to answer it anymore. It's taking away from the comments where I have like an actual conversation with you guys, which is what I really enjoy. Not to say that I don't want to help you, I totally do. But if the answer's already in there in the comments or in the video, it's like I would rather use my time saying things that I haven't already said, basically. So of course, like, you know, if it's a one-off here and there, like, of course I might answer. I'm not going to say I'm never going to do certain comments again, but I feel like I've been focusing on answering questions where the information is already there, and then by the time I get through like 50 of those, it's like I don't even have the energy to write replies out to people who I was looking forward to talking to. So in order to prioritize my relationship with you guys, I am going to be taking a different approach. If it is a question that you have asked on the video and I haven't responded to it, it's possible that it just like slips by me as well, because I do get so many comments. I do my best to keep up on them, but I'm not perfect. If it's still a question, it's something that you would like me to answer, or like it's a time sensitive kind of question, don't be afraid to message me on Instagram. Sometimes I do go a couple of days without responding to my messages on there because I also get a lot, but I do, like, between every like 2 to 3 days, I go through and I knock them all out, so I'm able to get back to all of you. So I should see it within a couple of days on there. So I just kind of wanted to say that because that's something that's going to be changing, and I hope it just like allows me to talk to you guys more. To be clear, I read all of your comments on the last chit chat video and I appreciated them so much. That video, just like I've said about a lot of chit chat videos, I felt really like vulnerable and like questioning if I even should put it up and stuff like that. That is something that I've said about a lot of videos, and I guess when I feel like that, it's kind of my inkling to go ahead and put it up because I feel like other people could probably relate, and that's the reason why I'm feeling like, oh, maybe I'll get judged, or, you know, maybe I'm hesitant to show this side because I don't know how people will react, and I feel like that a lot of the time is what people can resonate with because it's not something that gets shared a lot. But anyways, we're getting farther from the point. The point being is that I read all of your comments on there, and I can't tell you how much they meant to me, like reading all of them. And I had every intention of coming back through and answering them and responding to each and every one of you because I appreciate it so much. But it got away from me, the whole comment section in general. So that's why I'm taking a new approach, and this way I can better stay on top of things. I'm hoping so anyways. So yeah, kind of the only other real update I have is just about the schedule change and like how we're all doing with that. Mark is coming around to it. So with the way his schedule works, he does get several days in a row where he's off. So he's enjoying that because that's something that I don't think ever had. Like I said in my last video, I think he's worked at least 6 days for like as long as he's been there, and for some years he was working 7 days a week. So it's very rare, unless it was a holiday, for him to have several days off in a row. Or if we had a child, that was the only time he would get that much time off. And it is really nice, and it's really like different to us. So he's kind of coming around to this, which is great. And I'm really happy for him, because the last thing I want him to be is like miserable or feel tortured at work or anything like that. So if this schedule change makes that easier, then that's really great. And I'm really happy for him. And the kids are adjusting pretty well. I'm not going to say that like it's been absolutely perfect, and there's definitely been hard times where we're still trying to understand stuff. And you know, like of course the girls on the days where he's not home a ton, it's like, you know, they're like, oh, I miss dad, like I don't really like this, which is completely fine and completely valid, and I don't like it either, and neither does he, you know. But I think they are doing a really good job at finding their footing here. So we've done a really intentional job of like, you know, being pretty candid with them. And we've always talked about why dad goes to work and why mom works, and you know, the fact that, you know, just try to do our best in kids' terms to explain why grown-ups have to work. It's not necessarily like dad's out leisuring somewhere for days on end without us or something like that. So they've been doing a pretty good job. And as far as me, if we can be frank, which I think we can be here on this channel and with you guys, because I trust you, it's kicking my ass really, really bad. I don't enjoy this schedule. I hate it. It's been really hard on me. I feel like I have to do several days of a sprint where it's all me all the time, something that I'm not used to, and I'm still trying to find my footing with and my patience with, and like all this stuff, and just changing everything about our routine. Me being like the sole person for that many days, and then also like when he's off, it's not exactly like I can just check out and, you know, I don't get to do anything for days on end. You know, I show up and we do 50-50 just like it is any other time. It's harder to find time for myself and things that I enjoy and things like that. I also have things going on in like my personal life outside of our family, like personal things. It's just like, it's difficult, like trying to manage all this. It really is. And then also trying to take care of myself on top of all that, you know, taking care of my mental health and my physical health and literally everything. You know, it's just like difficult when you're going through so many changes, and now you're responsible for a lot more things than what you used to be. So I'm doing my best in trying to find my footing, but it's been really, really hard for me, and that is something that I wanted to specifically say thank you for. So on the last video, when I was talking to you guys about this, when I was really candid with you guys about like how hard things had been and how difficult the schedule was on me and stuff, it was so nice. I can't even begin to tell you how nice it was that so many of you did not try to like minimize it and like put a silver lining on it. There were so many of you who are in similar positions in one way or another, and so many of you were just like not telling me that it gets easier, not telling me that I'll come around to it or anything like that. You were just like, yeah, it sucks, like I go through it on this kind of level, and I totally understand where you're coming from, and just helping me have that validation. It's one of those things where I don't think I'm ever going to enjoy it or like it in comparison, especially in comparison to what we used to have. There have been a lot of people who have just acknowledged the fact that it's difficult and it's hard, and just kind of left it at that. So I really appreciated you guys leaving those kind of comments. Like, it meant so much to me. I mean, obviously it sucks that so many of you can relate, and that this is obviously, you know, I feel like I wouldn't say common thing, but I think it's something that a lot of mothers and partners have to deal with, and it's something that maybe doesn't get talked about a lot, but it should be, because, you know, taking on a lot more responsibilities and the divide not being as even as what it could be if there was a different schedule in place, like I don't feel like that should be overlooked, because that's a lot on somebody. So to all of you out there who were saying that, you know, you could relate and you have similar situations, I just want to say, I hope you understand how much like respect and admiration that I have for you guys. Like, especially those of you who have said that you've done it for years, and it's just like, I don't know, I just have a newfound respect, because this is a lot more than what I ever thought it would be. I know eventually we'll find our footing and a new routine and all that stuff, but currently it is still really hard most days, like really, really difficult. Just kind of wanted to update you guys with that stuff. And, you know, thank you for supporting my videos and bearing with me while I find some kind of resemblance of a new work schedule, even though that in itself is also difficult. There's just, I really wish, like I said last time, that I could sit here and give you guys specifics, because I feel like it'd make so much more sense. So last week I did post the Easter basket video, which was so exciting. I look forward to the gift giving videos like literally every single time I post one. It's just like one of my love languages. I love putting them together, and it just makes me so happy to see you guys that you enjoy them and you look forward to them as well. And I thought I was getting it up early, but I looked last year and I actually had it up at the beginning of March too. So I guess I wasn't super early this year or anything, just a couple days off from last year, but still, I hope you guys have really enjoyed that video as much as I did, and I'm really happy with how they came out. So this is like my little break. I won't do anything until we get into back to school season, which is just crazy because that feels like a million miles away, and at the same time I know it's going to be here before I even know it. But this is like my off season of gift giving. This is like my 4-month break of the year where I'm actually not putting something together for the kids. And I'm still going to do other gift giving ideas. I think this year I want to do Mother's Day and Father's Day. I think that'd be really cool. I tried to do those like years ago, and they didn't do spectacular, but I feel like a lot of you are here for the gift ideas. So I feel like maybe it'd be, I don't know, it'd do better. I just feel like sharing that with you guys too. So there will be a February wrap up of books. When you're seeing this, I hope that like a few days from now, the wrap up will be up for you guys. So I'll go over all the books that I read in February, and very, very happy with that month. Like there were so many good books, so many good ones. And then this month, I wanted to show you what I'm starting the month off with, and I'm just, oh, I'm so excited. But this is Sundial by Katrina Ward, and she wrote The Last House on Needless Street, which is one of my new favorite books ever. It's what I read in February, so if you want to hear more about that and why, you can go check out that wrap-up video. But this is her new book. She also has another book coming out later this year. I believe it's around October. I'm not quite sure what that date was, but it's called Little Eve. So I'm very excited. Let me see how many pages into this. 24. I just started it last night, so I didn't get far, but so far I like it. I've heard really great things. The back is just filled with authors that I really enjoy, and I loved Last House on Needless Street so much that I was just like immediately, yes, I need to read that book. This next one is called The Sentence, and it's actually about a bookstore that's haunted by their most annoying customer. Does that not sound like the best premise for a book that you've ever read? So I don't know how it'll play out exactly, but I'm looking forward to it. And then we have The Neighbor's Secret. And both of these were actually on my wish list. I have a book wish list of books that I want to read, but I wasn't feeling exactly pulled to them enough to buy them. And when I went to go pick up Sundial, my library had these sitting out in the new releases, even though, well, I guess they were like the end of last year. But I'm looking forward to those. And then Carrie, if you're watching this, she is the reason why I picked up this Alice Feeney book, I Know Who You Are. Loved Rock, Paper, Scissors. I already talked about that one in my January wrap up. And then sitting right next to it was Sometimes I Lie. So I decided to just get both of them because they're both a little bit shorter, on the shorter end. So I'm looking forward to them. Oh no. Pages are creased in here. Looking forward to both of these books by Alice Feeney. If it's anything like Rock, Paper, Scissors in her writing style, I'm sure I'll devour it. And two books that I own that I'm really eager to start is Come With Me. This is like a horror book, which I did start, but oh my goodness, if the text isn't so small, and it's a long one. It's like 400 pages with that small a font. And then I'm also going to start my very first Karen Slaughter book, which I have heard that like she is an excellent writer, but it's not just something that you just like dip your toes in. So again, super small font. It's like 400 pages as well, over 400 pages. So both of these are probably going to take me a few days to get through. with the font size and how many pages, but I'm so excited for these. And I'm getting more into the horror genre. I had a couple books last month that really just got me intrigued with this genre, and I want to start reading even more. And if you wondered about the tape that I have on here, my friend Marley, she posts tons of book content herself on her Instagram, and she was using washi tape on her library books to cover up the library name, and I got some washi tape. I feel like Mean Girls. So I got some army pants and flip-flops, but yeah, I got some washi tape, and it's really nice because it peels really easily off the plastic. It doesn't leave any residue or anything, so it's really safe, and like I'm not worried that I'm going to damage the book or anything, and that way I don't have to worry about trying to cover it up every time I share a book cover or something. And then lastly, I thought I would just share with you guys like this little bunch of goodies I got myself because I needed some serotonin. I just needed a little retail therapy. So you guys know that I love my sugar scrubs, so I got a couple from Ulta because I wanted something else from there as well. But they had this candied lemon, which these scrubs are at Walmart, drugstores, Target. Yeah, okay, so it says that it's candied lemon, but honestly, it smells more like a straightforward lemon smell to me. It doesn't smell super sweet, which I'm okay with because I love lemon, but I wish it was a little bit sweeter. I feel like it'd be like the perfect summertime scent then. And then I got this strawberry one, which I had seen people post about on Target, but it's never in stock at mine. And it smells really good. Like it's like a beachside drink. That's what it smells like. So I know my husband will really like this one too because he loves anything strawberry scented. And this was a complete gamble. I had no idea what this was going to smell like, and it's my new favorite. So it's called Desert Haze, and I know my camera is kind of washing it out on here, but it's like this really like cool tone taupe color that I love. It's like even a little bit more purpley in person, but oh my gosh. You guys know how I love the Moroccan Rose. This is like a good summertime version of that. So it definitely has some floral in there, but it also just smells amazing on top of it too. It says that it is shea butter, cactus flower, and raspberry extract. You guys know I love my sugar scrubs. They're pretty inexpensive. At Ulta, they are a little bit more expensive, but I can't find those scents anywhere else. So anyways, the one thing that I did want from Ulta was this Super Goop, the Unseen Sunscreen. So it's got an SPF of 40 and it's clear. I know, like I'm not a beauty YouTuber or anything like that. So I'll just put like a little bit on my hand, as you can see. The traditional sunscreens just make my face feel so gunky. I hate the feeling of them, but I just rubbed that in and you can't see anything. I have a light hitting my arm as well, so if there was any kind of white cast, I really feel like you guys would be seeing it. And it just feels weightless. Like I don't even feel anything on my skin anymore, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy this, and I feel like it'll go a really long way because that little dot that I just showed you did the entire back of my hand. Sunscreen is like one of those things where I don't understand why it's so expensive. It's something that can help your health and like prevent something serious from happening. So I never understand why it's so expensive, especially the good ones, but it is what it is. Anyways, and then I got some nails. So anytime my nails are done like this is what I'm wearing. I don't go get my nails done. So Rite Aid actually had a bunch of these marked down to 50% off, and 2 of them were these colors, which I don't love the matte, but I have a clear top coat at home, so I can just put it over top. So I got these 2, which I felt like were very summery, and then just some nude ones, which I really like any of the nude ones because they look even more natural. Like these are a little on the nude side down at the bottom. It starts to go into pink up at the top, but yeah, I really like those. And that's about everything as far as like the few things that I bought myself, but I'm very excited about them because they're things that I really enjoy. I just really appreciate you being here and your support, your kind words, everything. It means so much to me. I love being able just to sit down and talk to you guys about stuff. I know that I've talked about being nervous about how my content would change over the years before, and I had someone really sweet comment, and it's stuck with me ever since, the fact that like my content's going to change because my kids are getting older, but so are your guys's. Like, we're going to still grow together. And I thought that was like a really beautiful way to put it. And that's my hope. Like, I know that we're not all going to enjoy the same things and stuff like that, but even if we just stick around and we talk through the chit chats or like something like that, like that's enough for me. I just want to like hang on to you guys, and you know, you're just the best. So I really appreciate you being here. And I feel like once I'm able to sort things out and get a better handle on things, I feel like the next part of my life will be really figuring out about like who I am and what my hobbies are and what I enjoy. You know, like the past decade of my life has been committed to my family and taking care of our kids, being home with them, surviving through a pandemic, like a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy stuff. And I never thought that I'd be one of those moms who like didn't know who she was through motherhood, but I feel like lately I am figuring out that I don't. I used to have hobbies. I used to have things that I enjoyed doing before kids. And, you know, when we decided to have a family, just a lot of that went to the back burner, and it just like my sole focus became about our family. So it's different. The older that they get, the more freedom that you have as an individual, maybe some spare time as an individual. And that's when you can really like learn who you are again. And now that you're older, and now that you might have different tastes and stuff like that, and it's really overwhelming in some sense, but I'm also like looking forward to it in a way as well. I'm 28, I'll be 29 in July. So I feel like I'm still pretty young, and I still have like a lot of learning to do about myself, but I like who I'm growing into, and I'm eager to see what like brings me joy and like what my personal hobbies and stuff like that will be. I think that's why I've clung to reading so hard, is because it is the one thing that stood out over the past so many years of having kids and raising a family, that has been like, okay, like this feels like something that's mine again. And I really enjoy that, but I don't have many things that are that. So I'm eager to find even more. And I feel like a lot of you can probably relate to that, and you're in the same boat. And I want to say no pressure. Like, I know it's like super overwhelming, and it can even be sad sometimes, like realizing I don't know what I like. I don't know what I want to do, you know? There's been so many times where I've had the opportunity to have time by myself before, and it was like I didn't even know what to do because I didn't know what I liked to go do anymore. You know, did I want to go to Target because I like doing that, or am I going there because I don't know what else I like to do? Nothing wrong with shopping at Target, by the way. That is just always a good time. But my point being is that I don't know, I think a lot of you are going to get that because our kids are getting older, and I feel like I am slowly starting to get more time back to myself. Maybe not so much in this phase that I'm in right now with the schedule change and stuff, but I feel like eventually we'll get a handle on that, and I will be able to, and I just kind of want to take you guys along for that, like figuring out what I enjoy and making content about some of the things that maybe aren't parent related, which is like what the monthly reading wrap-ups have been. Like, that is nothing parent related whatsoever, but it's something that I've thoroughly enjoyed, and I just want to keep at that, even if it's just the one thing a month that I do for myself. I don't know, it brings me a lot of joy. You're doing a great job. In case no one's told you lately, you are. You're doing amazing. I know how hard you're trying. I know how hard you're working. Even if nobody else notices that, I know that it's happening. And I just want to let you know that you're doing a really good job, probably better than what you're giving yourself credit for. Thanks so much if you stuck around to the end and hung out with me the entire time. I really appreciate it. I saw this idea from a booktuber that I've been really enjoying, and for her longer videos, she tells the people to put a certain emoji down in the comments, just so it's like this kind of like secret signal of like, hey, I watched the whole thing. So if you made it to the end of the video, why don't you put an ice cream emoji down in the comments? Because I am having some ice cream tonight that I've been looking forward to all day, and that's just the first thing that came to my mind. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be talking to you guys soon, but as always, thanks for watching.